Babies, Kalia Ali, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we will be talking about back to school shopping and how to navigate that and how to save and win when you are going back to school shopping. We know that back to school shopping is one of those things that can really get you basically feeling like you're on edge or like you are obligated to go out and get all the latest and all the greatest things. And yes, our children, they grow rapidly, they grow extremely fast, but I'm going to give you some tips and some hacks on how to better save money when you're going back to school shopping and how to avoid the big expenses and the big bills that come along with the inevitable back to school shopping, because we got to shop for the kids. We've got to get them supplies. It's pretty much one of those things that it's very difficult to escape when your kids are involved in school. So first and foremost, I would like to say that you need to map out a plan. You need to have a plan about where you're going to shop, how you're going to shop, what time you're going to get out, and what stores are going to be most beneficial for you and what you're looking for. And also, we always know that the early bird gets the worm. So the earlier you get out and get going, the better deals you're going to find, the better quantity of things you're going to find, and things won't be wiped out, and you're going to get in and get out before the big rush hits. So make sure that you have a plan and that you map out what stores you're going to hit up. So for me, I had a list of stores that I knew I was going to hit up, and then I wrote the hours that they were open, and I wrote down the items that I needed for sure from each store. So for example, I had Lululemon on the list, Staples, and I had Target, the Apple Store, and a couple of shoe stores, a Shoe Carnival. I didn't even go to some of the stores because after I felt like I blew the budget or hit the budget number just right, I decided that there was no point in me going and even looking at the other places. So the Apple Store was one of the places that definitely was not a necessity. It was more so a desire, want, and so I had to skip that store. So first, I mapped it out. I got the times, the times of operation, and even when you go to their official website, sometimes it's best to go to their social media platforms, because I found out that one of the stores, the first store that I went to, actually opened an hour earlier than what their website said on Facebook, and they were having a half off sale in addition to tax-free weekend. So that's the next point, is if you can go on tax-free weekend, please utilize tax-free weekend. I'm in the state of Arkansas, and our taxes are upwards of 12% after you do the combined taxes. Guys, that's really ridiculous. People can say all day long, oh, we have a cheaper cost of living, but I'm telling you, they are making up for it in taxes, because taxes are kicking our behinds. It's ridiculous. So definitely look for tax-free weekend. The second or the third tip that I would like to say is that you need to utilize all coupons, apps, cashback cards. If you have to use your credit cards and you pay them on time, cashback credit cards, just whatever incentives that you have, you need to utilize those, because actually we're in a digital world, and so a lot of times you don't need the paper form of coupons. But even if you have the paper form of coupons, use those, because I definitely had a couple of paper form coupons, but I maxed out what I could digitally and with digital coupons and digital apps such as Ibotta, Shoe Carnival, Coupon Cabin, things such as that. If you link your cards to those, I know it may sound scary. Identity theft is a huge thing, but literally link those cards, because it's going to be very beneficial on the back end, and you're going to be surprised when you see little notifications that you got this amount of money back, you got this cash back amount, because you simply linked your cards. Honestly, credit cards and debit cards, they have protection and identity theft protection up to a certain limit, so you might as well just utilize it because we're in a digital world, and that alleviates a lot of the stress of trying to remember everything and remember, you know, which deal is over here and which, you know, coupon did or did not use. When you link your cards, they're going to be able to keep a track of your transactions, and then you're going to get that additional money back just for using your cards. So if you're cash only, I think that's beautiful, and if you use paper coupons, that's great. But if you're a digital chick like myself, and then you're used to the old school way and the new school way, combine those and you're going to get more bang for your buck. So the first place that I went to, and you guys, I'm super hungry. I worked out today, this evening after work, for the first time in nearly 4 weeks because I got my hair pressed for my birthday. And I'm trying to make this hairstyle last. But I'm so hungry. I found these cute little plates at Target and the cup. And there's also a smaller plate with 3 dividers for those who don't like their food to touch. They were literally 50 cents each. Such a good deal. I'm starving, so bear with me. So the first store that I went to was Jean Lockwood. And believe it or not, this purchase ended up being all about myself. I didn't mean to do it like that. I was texting with my son, asking would he be interested in any of the things that they had. This Jean Lockwood's is a sporting goods type store, so they have a lot of sandals, rain boots, jackets, you know, all those things that you need for summer and fall and all that. So they had sandals at half off. That was about it. Of course, they had shorts and tees and stuff like that. But they only had sandals that were half off, so I offered to get him some Chacos. I think that's how you say it, because I've been wanting some forever, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get my Chacos at half off and tax-free. So I got this pair. I thought they were so cute. They literally opened up an hour early. They were opened at 9 a.m. and I got there a little after 9:30, and they were pretty much wiped out. They had plenty other colors, but they had nothing left in my size outside of these. But, you know, Arkansas is known for reds and grays and navy, so I think it'll work out. It looked really great on my skin tone. So I got those, and I always try to utilize meal prep and eating from home. And my lunchbox I've had for 7 years, and it needed to be replaced. And I got this lunchbox for half off, tax-free, and I think it's so cute. My son has a lunchbox from last year that he took very great care of. I usually buy him a new lunchbox and a new backpack every 2 years or so. And that's the fourth tip that I wanted to say, is that make sure that you get your children's items and clothes quality on sale, but especially with the clothes, get them a little bit bigger, because they are going to have growth spurts out of this world, and before you know it, they're going to be out of those things. But if you get them big enough, they can sometimes get into them for the second school year. And that's what really happened and was super helpful for my budget and our household, was that the clothes that I got him last year were great quality. I spent a bit more money on them. I got, you know, his monogram of his school on a portion of his polo shirts, and they have been able to go into this school year. So I wasn't really stressed about his clothing. However, shoes is just, it's one of those things. Children are very hard on their shoes. My son is for sure, and they outgrow them. So that was definitely a very big necessity that I knew I was going to have to take care of on this tax-free weekend and shopping trip. And then I got these cute hair ties, the teleties. I own like 2 sets, but these cheetah print, I couldn't help myself, or leopard print. I didn't need these. This was a want, but I hooked myself up and grabbed these. And then after he said he didn't want sandals, I got myself out of there. And my total for that, without any tax, was $79.99. So, you know, I got quality sandals. Those will probably last me for years to come. I will get my wear and tear out of them. And even though I felt like it's a little pricey, I would never want to pay full price for those. So I feel like I got a decent deal. Good morning. Hey, DollBabies. So it is a Saturday and it is tax-free weekend in the state of Arkansas. So I found that I should take this opportunity to do some last just finishing touch back to school shopping for my son, because he's already been in school basically 2 weeks. He'll be going into week 3 next week. So we start earlier than most schools, but there were just like a couple little things that he needed additionally that I thought it would be a perfect time to wait until tax-free weekend to get them, because again, your single mom is on a budget and I don't have time. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you are a few tips when you're out here shopping is be early, kind of get out early. I feel like I'm running late because this one store said that they weren't going to be, well, their store hours originally are at 10, but they opened at 9, and they're having a half off sale in addition to that, with of course a few exclusions. But I would say always have your coupon book. This is mine. I've had it for years. I am not the best couponer, but I try to at least cut out my coupons and have them visible so that I'll think about getting it and doing it. I may have to do an in-depth video on it, on the inside of it. If you're interested, you can let me know in the comments. One of the coupons that I have is, you know, I'm on the mailer list for Staples, and Staples always has bomb sales. I think sometimes people sleep on Staples unless you're, you know, like a OG staple shopper. I used to work for them, so that's how I know how to, you know, get the rewards and stuff. But I have a $5 off coupon, and I can get all types of little binders, pocket folders, spiral notebooks, and the little mini spirals for him to keep his agenda in, and index cards and pencils and pens, and, you know, get that $5 off. And have a plan. This here is my plan, and it basically has the stores that I want to hit up, what time they open, and what I'm looking for in each store. And keep your planner on you so that you can, you know, have a more in-depth list and check off and mark off things as you go. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do, is get in here and see what's going on the sale. Okay, I already hit up the first spot, and that was Jean Lockwood, and I got half off items that were tax-free. I think I got one item that was full price. It was hair ties, but that's okay. And that was good. So the next stop was Lululemon, and that ended up being all about me because I needed one more pair of yoga pants, so I got that. But I've already hand washed those, so that's nothing to show. And I busted my budget for that. Yikes. And now I'm getting ready to hit up Lululemon to see what they got and go from there. I really need some basic black tights from them because I haven't gotten anything. And I need to get my son some sneakers because I did text him to see if he wanted some of the half off sandals, and he's not in the mood for sandals. He just needs one more pair of sneakers because we already got him one pair. So that's what I'm on the hunt for. So yes, back to school shopping, and then mommy slips in and gets her something. But hey, you better get it while it's on sale and tax-free, because otherwise they're gouging. It's overpriced. So about to hit up Lululemon. Let's go. I'm surprised there ain't that many people in here. Actually shocked. Copywriting quickly. Anyway, so then after Lululemon, my next stop was Shoe Carnival. Shoe Carnival was all about my baby, all about my child, because this was what he needed. And I got in there and it started to pick up. So now I'm at Shoe Carnival, buy one get one half off. So of course, thank you, sir. I'm looking for the deals. Hi, how are you? So yeah, hopefully I can find something for him, because he has a pair of high tops, but we're trying to just look for something cushy and basic. We'll see. You know, people were starting to get out. So once I got there, it was close to 11 and traffic was picking up and people were getting out, but I was able to snag him a pair of Adidas. And you guys, he was in a size 7 last school year. By spring break, the end of April, we went to get his foot actually scanned and fitted, and he was in an 8.5, a men's 8.5. So I didn't want to take any chances. I know Adidas can sometimes run a little larger, but I got these in a 9.5 so that he can switch out a couple pair of shoes for the school year and have room in case his foot just decides to grow another ½ inch. Who knows? But his dad did buy him some high top that he's been enjoying so far now that he's back in school, and I snagged these, and I hope that he really enjoys them, because he's never really worn Adidas and this is his first pair. So I hope that, I love Adidas, so I hope that he enjoys these, because I'm gonna get him to start wearing these and switching out. So with that, I had a paper coupon, and they had buy one get one half off, and so I utilized that. My son loves slides because he loves to, you know, just put something on his foot real quick when we're running errands or just around the house and on weekends. And he loves red, and I found these. I thought they were perfect, so I grabbed these slides for him, and I was able to get all of that tax-free for $67.47. So I had cash for some of that, and then because I had cash specifically for his shoes, and then I used credit for the rest. And I feel like that was a pretty good deal, because these shoes alone were originally like 65 bucks. So I got 2 pair for 67. Thought that was a decent deal, and I am happy with the purchase. So the next store that I hit up was Staples. Hey y'all, so I'm really excited about my purchases in Shoe Carnival. I came out with 2 pair of shoes for him, basically a sneaker that he needs to have some shoes to switch out with, as well as some slides, because last year I bought him slides, and when he was small we did Crocs and all that, but I bought him his first pair of slides last year, and he wore those out, and he still wears them and takes them wherever he goes so that he can just slide it into stuff, you know, when we're just running errands or we have to make a quick run or a transition between homes with his parents. That works out. So I found him another pair of slides, and I think he's really going to be happy about that, so he can have some lounge slides for running errands and just doing
you know, things around the house. So that was good. And now we're about to head into Staples and see what we can get in there. And I got my handy dandy coupon. Oh, I want to say that what I saved in Shoe Carnival was amazing. I don't even have all the numbers, but I literally got to use the tax-free, and I had a $10 off coupon, so I got out of there under $70, right under $70. So I think that's doing really good when we're talking about shoes for a preteen that is in men's sizes. So I feel like I'm having a good back to school shopping day. Okay, we're out here. Let's hit up Staples. I only come to Staples maybe once a year, if that. But I love the way they honor their teachers, considering I used to be a preschool teacher myself. And I just know, you know, what it takes. So I do remember he said he needed a box of crayons. So I'll listen to that. We have 20% off on certain things, so that's good. These little calculators are cute, but that eats up my coupon already. So these are adorable. I don't know what kind of quality they are, but they are super cute. And I know he keeps taking my calculator. I don't know if he would like to have one of these, because we have several calculators, but something must have happened with his. He took mine. I'm not sure. But Staples is definitely one of my go-to spots. These are so cute. It says electronic. I guess it takes, oh, it does. It takes battery and a solar cell. I really can't get over how cute these are. I may or may not get this because I'm loving this. I'm loving how cute this is. I probably don't need it, but we'll see. I don't want to eat up my coupon that fast with that. Let me find some Crayolas, because I know that's what he needs. I don't see anything in the essentials. I don't see Crayolas in the essentials. Maybe I'm overlooking it. I want to keep looking. I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to get things that are going to end up piling up and just sitting there. I'm not a fan of that at all. I did find a really cute bullet point planner in Walmart the other week when we were shopping earlier. He doesn't seem to want anything for his locker to divvy it up. He doesn't seem interested at all. I know these pencils, they always come in handy. And this is a 24 count. You get these for $2. Wait. Oh, but that's that triangle shape. Oh, this is in the wrong spot. No wonder. I feel like I've gotten these for 25 cents before. I won't spend $1.99 for that. That's a waste. Well, let me get done in here and then I'll get back with you guys. Okay.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Did it? You doing all right?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hoping I got some pretty good deals.
Yeah.
And I have my coupon here.
Okay.
Close, but no keeping dog.
There you go.
Thank you. Were the dry erase markers 3? I was trying to remember. Or how much was it? I think there was a saving on them. I know that. I just wanted to see, did it reflect that?
Exposed magnetic chisels.
Uh-huh.
Those are $4.99.
Back there it said 3. Let me make sure they weren't in there. Well, thank you for honoring that. I appreciate it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked them up. Alright. And coupon. Savings.
Alright. $6.97.
Whoa, that's not bad at all.
Now, I know that people can think, why in the world would you go to Staples? They're pricey. Fifth tip that I have for you is to never discredit the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, any of that. Any of those stores, please utilize those stores. If you have the apps, add those. If you have coupons, utilize those. But the reason why I love Staples is because I think sometimes people forget about Staples and they sleep on Staples. Staples really have great specials and deals around back to school time because they are centered and geared around office supplies, school supplies. So they want to get that product out. And I used to work at Staples for a short time back in the day, and I remember, you know, the different bonuses and the different programs and, you know, loyalty reward cards and stuff that we had there. So as an employee, I learned a great deal about Staples. So I always try to hit up Staples every school year and get, you know, a lot of their composition notebooks sometimes are 10 cents, 25 cents, because composition notebooks, you're gonna see they are requested all the time, pretty much across all grade levels. And now that my son is in junior high, composition notebook, that's all you see. The only thing about junior high is that there's a standard school supply list, but by the time they hit junior high, they have 7 to 8 separate class periods. And all of those teachers are requesting school supplies and their specific personal catered supply list, and it is overwhelming. So I utilize Staples to get a lot of notebooks, and on top of that, I get mailers from Staples, and they sent me early on, about a month and a half out, because they want my business. They sent me this little postcard size mailer, and it was a scratch off, and it was $5 off. You guys, that's exciting. Last year I had a scratch off where you could get a teacher appreciation bag full of stuff, and although I'm no longer a preschool teacher, they still went ahead and honored me and gave me the bag because I came in and I spent money with them. And it was a cute little red bag. It had highlighters, it had glue, it had all kinds of goodies in there, and that was, to me, worth going up to the store, period. But I went in there and I I got a lot of great deals, and they have an aisle kind of geared towards, you know, all the specials and all the deals. I stock up on things like folders, composition notebooks, and notebooks because I know that my son can use these again and again, and then like I'll get enough that he can go and actually shop out of the office from home for the next school year. So that's my 6th tip, is just make sure that you purchase in bulk, but not to the extreme. I'm not a huge bulk shopper. To me, I feel like a lot of times it's a lot of waste and it drives me crazy, and I don't want to be a hoarder because it's very easy to become a hoarder. So just be very careful with that. I don't have a Sam's Club membership. I used to, but the situation that I am, where there's 2 in a household, I really don't cook a whole lot, or I'm cooking for a huge family. So for me, bulk shopping is not always the best in my situation, but please do not count that out, because in some situations it can be. But again, I like to stock up on these type of items because then my son is able to shop out of that stockpile, in which that's what he did. So he didn't ask for a lot of, basically he had every composition notebook for every class that he needed this year from stuff that I purchased last school year. So that cut some costs because I already had it on hand. I plan to even go back later on to see if they discount that stuff even greater after, you know, school has started and we go into September. So that's another tip. Tip number 7 is just to go back and check for additional savings and sales after school has started and we're going into fall. So I got, you know, index cards. I snagged several notebooks. Okay. He needed a pack of crayons, so I snagged him some crayons, and I grabbed markers because they were for such a great deal. I think they were $1, so I just got those. And then I got these expo markers because we do a lot of activities on the white erase board when it comes to math, equations, just, you know, mind mapping. We love to use our expo markers, and I have plenty, but these were so cute because it has the eraser on the tip and it has the magnet on the side so that it can actually stick to the white erase board. And I like that because none of my expo markers stick to the board, and this keeps everything in its place and at home for the next time around, and you don't end up misplacing your markers. Now the thing about this was the display had them for $3, and I thought this was a great deal for all that it comes with, and they're expo markers. And when I got to the checkout, they rung up for $4.99, and I said, wait a minute. Hey, I saw the display, it said it was $3. Let me go back there and take a photograph of it and bring it back up. And he said, don't worry about it, I'll go ahead and honor it. And so he gave me the $1.99 off to honor the $3 that was back there. So that's tip number 8. Always, you know, speak your mind and always speak up when something rings up wrong. Basically, watch the scanner, watch the prices as they're checking you out. Pay close attention to what things are ringing up for, because you don't want to walk out and haven't been charged double or any more than you need to be charged, because this is expensive. There's nothing cheap about this back to school stuff. So you need to watch those prices closely and don't let them take advantage of you. Make sure you're watching the prices closely, and usually they're pretty nice and they will honor you. From that, I got a ton of different savings that I didn't even know was a part of it. Like there were coupon savings, there were, I'm a loyalty member and I have a rewards number from when I worked there, and I got those different savings. And for all of that, and plus my coupon, my total without being taxed was $6.97. So I was ecstatic about those savings and the deal that I got there. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I feel like this could add up very quickly at the regular price, and who knows what kind of money you would have been out of. So that was a great deal.
Well, hopefully you all saw how well I did in Staples. Those Expo markers were magnetic, and they have an eraser on the tip, which I really think is good, because when we use Expo markers, a lot of times we're hunting down looking for the eraser. I do keep an eraser, but this will be more beneficial for Ace to use. And it rung up for $4.99, and I was about to go back there and take a picture of the price because I know what I saw, and he went ahead and undered it. So I appreciate the sales associate for that. Thank you so much for being so kind and trusting my word and honoring the price comp.
So my next stop was Target.
We're about to go in Target now so that we can go to the dollar section, because you can never go wrong in the dollar section. Also, my son is taking Chinese this year, and he's a bit apprehensive, but we're gonna be okay. And although it's convenient or quick and easy to order things on Amazon to get those type of things or flashcards, I was like, let me go to Target first and see what I can find. So that's what we're about to do, and I think that I'll be pretty good. And I think this is gonna be my last stop, because I really need to get home and just make me a shake, relax, finish up my online course, and rest and get ready for this evening, because we will be celebrating one of our lovely queens, Vonda's birthday tonight. So I need to get ready for that too. Let's hit up Target. Alright, so Target it is. And if you don't know, now you know, the dollar section is the place to be. You know, they have the cutest things. You could do teacher gifts. You could do birthday gifts. You can just pull together anything. This is cute. You can put crayons in here. Now mind you, not everything in here is gonna be $1. Some things wind up being $3. But these are all awesome ideas, you know, for teacher gifts, or if you're just a teacher trying to get your room together. They just have so many different things. See, they have flashcards. I knew that they would. Different types of things. Each Target is different, because I was at the university Target and they had even more flashcards. So yes, the dollar section is your friend, but don't get carried away, okay? Don't get carried away in Target's dollar section, because it will bite you in the butt, and then you'll be like, what happened? Okay? Don't get lost in the sauce, I'm telling you now. Alright, I'm finishing up in Target because I think that I pretty much got what I need. I need to get out of here and get home side. Oh yes, remember, when you have stuff in your car that can melt, like crayons and stuff, when you got high temperatures, move quickly, move efficiently, because you don't want that stuff to melt. So I just remembered that I do have crayons, so I need to get that handled.
This is going into tip number 8. Make sure that you comparison shop and that you price match and all of that. I learned that hack way back in 2000 when I worked for Walmart. You can usually comparison shop and ask for those different price differences, and they will honor that. You have to make sure, you know, and know what their rules are. But I know for sure Walmart, Best Buy, Target, they're very known for comparison shopping and price matching and things of those nature. So don't ever not do that. Don't ever feel ashamed to price match, because it's beneficial. And normally all you have to do is maybe have like an ad of it or something from the website, or like print out the price match, you know, or a screenshot or whatever. So the reason why I went into Target was because I wanted to see like the prices on the Crayolas for there versus what it was at Staples, and versus what it would be, you know, at Walmart and even Kroger, because Kroger has some back to school steals as well. So I went into Target, and I kind of knew that I shouldn't have gone in Target, but what's done is done. Another reason why I went in there is because my son is taking Chinese this year. He enjoys Spanish a little bit more because he started Spanish when he was just 2 years old, and that's what he's most familiar with. But I told him, we're gonna take this Chinese by the reins, and we're gonna take advantage of this, because who knows what's in store for you if you at least get the basics. So I was looking at a Knowledge Tree, which is a more upscale back to school supply place for teachers and students, and I was shocked that they did not have Chinese flashcards. So I was on the phone with my friend, and she was like, well, have you considered Amazon? And I said, well, of course I've thought about Amazon, but I don't want to deal with shipping, and I kind of want to stay local, shop small business, and give back to the community. And I really want it right now. Like, I need it to be tangible. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Target, because Target will really surprise you in that dollar section, and it can get you in trouble too. But sometimes they have the best things ever in that dollar section. Now, don't get caught up, because that dollar section turns into the $3 section, the $5 section, and prices go up to $7, even $12 on some of those items. So be careful when you're in that area, because I mean, it's just right there at your reach. It's eye level, it's exciting, and it's a bunch of little things that you can get, you know, in trouble and bust the budget. So I went into one Target, and I actually found these flashcards, y'all. I couldn't believe it, but the other Target did not have them. But this is what I found. These, y'all, they were so cute, and they had a cream color. And I was like, do I need all three? Should I do this? Because they weren't $1, they were $3. And I said, you know, this is gonna start adding up. So I've been noticing that I've been seeing these around used as planters and other things, but I don't feel like I wanna utilize them for that. The category on this receipt was cleaning supplies. Y'all comment to me in the comments below and let me know what you would use these for, if you got some of these or you have some, and what you use for them. Because I kind of thought about just like storage, putting some knickknacks in there. I'm just not sure yet. I don't know if I want to hang them or just put them on as shelving, but I thought they were so cute, and I regret not getting the cream one because I can't find it in the store at all, and I think it would have just been a nice little trio. But anyways, I have a duo, and I'll deal with that and enjoy it. But y'all, I found these Chinese flashcards, and I got a pack for me and a pack for him so that he can keep in his backpack and just flash when he's in the car, when we're riding, and just use in the classroom. But I was so pleased with Target that they actually had Chinese flashcards. Basic words, but still quality in what anyone would need to learn the basics. I was really pleased with that. Thank you, Target. So I wasn't able to find them anywhere else in any local stores. So Target, you know, A+ for that. And they were only at one particular Target. The other Target didn't have them. So yes. And then I ended up with some shorts that aren't hoochie mama-ish, because I get called out by my child. He likes for my shorts to have length on them because I need to look appropriate because I'm a parent. And then I got this sweater because I know we're about to get in fall, and then my office is just cold all the time, period. And it's a thin type of material, but once I put a cami under it, it's gonna be perfect for fall to pair with slacks or jeans. And I really do need more things like that. And of course, I just ended up with this adorable clearanced, everything was clearance, bralette, and I thought this was very cute and it would be so nice against my skin tone. So I ended up with those. More items for me, and my total cost was $42.96, and I was charged tax on a few things, and I believe that it was the rope baskets because they were considered cleaning supplies and not school supplies. So they got over on me with that one. But what else? So the last and final place that I went to, and this one is really funny to me, and I think this will be my last and final tip number 9, is just make sure that you always incorporate self-care for yourself. Incorporate self-care because that's so important. Once you get back into the hustle and bustle of work and school, it takes a toll on you. You have, reservations, new teachers, a whole new schedule, a whole new agenda, a whole new year, and we gotta get out there and be responsible for getting our kids where they need to be, or our children where they need to be. So I went to the DMV and I experienced the largest Lush in the world in the Vienna, Virginia area, and I have been missing out on Lush. I went to Vegas several years ago and there was a Lush, and I walked by it and zoomed in, but we didn't have time, left, never got back to that mall, so I didn't get to shop Lush. I've never shopped Lush online, and so at the DMV I went and I ended up with 2 pieces of soap and this massage oil type of bar, and you guys, it was just heaven. It smells so good. And then right when I was headed back, I found out that there was a Lush Labs event coming to Arkansas where you could just come and shop Lush, and they had these cool what do you call those pods, those portable pods, and they had it like style, and it was so cute. And I'm gonna show a little bit of footage of that. So I'm back. Oh, you're back. Yay. Our market mainly to see if there are people that are interested, and I think that they did well because it was a 3-day event and they sold out. So I ended up with too much Lush stuff. I ended up with this sushi bath bomb, but I ended up getting us some bath bombs so that we can relax and just chill out on the weekends. And I got a couple of their little knot ties. I think that's what you call them. Oh, knot wraps. And you can actually use these to wrap the bath bombs and gift them to people, or you can use them as an accessory on your hair or on your purse. But I thought this print was beautiful, and this bag was free, so thank you for that, Lush. But y'all, I should have never been in Lush because I got into a lot of trouble. And this bath bomb, I can't even remember the names, but I'm so excited to get them. So I ended up shopping at Lush twice in less than a month. Got this other knot wrap. This one is cotton, so I don't know about using it on my hair. We'll see. But that print is gorgeous. It's beautiful. And I got several a royalty bath bomb for myself, but I got 2 for my son because he needs self-care too. He's got a demanding schedule. So I got him this one and this one as well. I thought that was so cute. So yes, that is what I did, and that's how I went back to school shopping. And last but not least, tip number 10, just have fun. Have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Stay focused. Get the job done. Make this a good school year. You're gonna do awesome. You're gonna be great. And whenever you're challenged, just take a step back, breathe, and regroup. And that's what I wanted to share with you all. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some insight. I hope that you are encouraged and that you learned something about cutting costs and saving and shopping wisely. Let me tell you, I am not perfect. Sometimes I fail and I mess up and I have to start all over again when I bust my budget. But I hope that some of these tips will help keep you in line and, you know, focused on, you know, what you know that you're gonna spend, mapping that all out, mapping out what stores you're gonna hit up, having your apps and doing all that. You'll be fine. I think you'll be great. So until next time, peace, abundance, blessings.